With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
And welcome back live trackside once again, race fans, here to Turn 3 Racing Network, back in action once again here from Hickory Motor Speedway. The American Sim Racing Club Street Stock Series is up next. A phenomenal night of racing last night with the Postma Flooring American Sim Racing Club Tour. It was absolute barn burner. I would expect the same here tonight. Familiar face taking the premier racing setup pole award. Looks like he's going to start a little deeper in the field here tonight, but not as far as he did last night. So with all the pre-race festivities done with, the final shakedown in, drivers beginning to hit the grid. So what do you say? We go ahead and get this thing kicked off. Let's go ahead and get started. And yeah, let's go ahead and run down your starting lineup. 30 drivers in tonight's field. Gonna start from inside row number 1 behind the wheel of the 88 machine. Charles Darling will bring us to the green flag. Pete Dillon. Good night for Dillon last night. Had a little bit of a setback. He's going to see if he can't capitalize at being at the front. Outside pole position here tonight. Row number 2, Ron Hart and Andrew Payne with Anthony Danta and Jaden Kratashi in row 3. Row 4, Hayden Swank, Thomas Haxum. Just behind them, rounding out your top 10, Jimmy Coker and Jeffrey Town. Riley Duncan back in action tonight with Zach Nichols just to his outside. Nichols walking away with that PremierRacingSetup.com pole award, so we'll see what he can do from that 12th position. A little further back through the field, looks a little like this. Chase Swank beside Joseph West. Brett Hahn gonna have to fly to the front from the back. Gonna start 15th with Greggy Long just to his outside. Eric Purcell and Caleb Ramsey in row number 9. Row number 10 here tonight. Dominic Deluxe with Jackson Cook. The 928 of Jackson McLaren with Jared Mackey just to his outside. Jeff Dillon, David Patton, row number 12. Row 13 here tonight, Jeff Dillon, or I apologize, JP DiPaggio with Zach Coyer. Braden Cook, Michael Holdered, gonna make up row 14, and finishing out the 30-car field, sold out, packed house, DJ Hassan with John the Mister. That's gonna finish out the 30-car field, full field here tonight. Clear skies, ready for some great racing action. We're gonna get underway. We're gonna see if we can't keep this thing under last night's 6 caution count. See if the drivers can get that done here tonight as we get set to nail the gas, and away we go for the first time. Green flag flies at Hickory. And well, there is no stages, so let's not worry about any of that stages. There you go, getting that fixed up and easily, quickly out to the front. The 88 gonna jump and put a little bit of a gap onto Ron Hart, starting to fall in single file back behind him. There you can see to the outside now, the 93 of Andrew Payne trying to make some headway. That's Pete Dillon to the inside. Hayden Swank right there working to the inside of Thomas Axum's double file all the way back through your top 19, top 20 from there on back. So while your top 2 already single file, and Andrew Payne looking to try to get away from this battle brewing with Pete Dillon. A lot of spots still left to grab through this field. Quickly, lap number 4 going to go in the books as we cross the line this time around. Lap number 5 goes up and will drop. That timing and scoring over there to the left-hand side of your screen. Let you find and follow along with your favorite driver in the field here tonight. Comers and goers, Kratashi going to pick up a position. Going to take that spot away from Andrew Payne, who's going to drop back now. Payne was battling for that 3rd spot, now just trying to stop the bleeding and stay in 5th. Town and Swank going to switch and swap positions a little bit deeper in the field. 12th and 13th, they're going to pass that one back and forth. Meanwhile, David Patton able to get by Jeff Dillon for 23rd. Caleb Ramsey making a move on Greggy Long for the 17th position. So there are some movers in this field early here as we work lap number 8 around this 1/3 of a mile racetrack. Now these guys are going to quickly put these laps down, I'm telling you. Whoa, trouble on the bottom, and the 93 is going to go around. Andrew Payne going to cook it there. Not quite sure if he had any help, but we're going to take a quick little look-see, see what we can see here. Do we got that one queued up, guys? All right, we're going to go check the replay. Did you see down on the inside, and looks like a little bit loose coming out of turn number 2. High above with the turn 3 drone cam for your caution coverage, sponsored by Talarico, Boardwalk Subs, and yeah, just up the track a little bit of a touch of that 011. And that's all she wrote, just enough to get him out of shape and out of sorts. And Andrew Payne gonna go from the front to the rear. First caution tonight coming out, lap number 8. No harm, no foul there, but a big problem now for Andrew Payne as he's going to find himself tail end of the field all the way back in the 30th position. Got a quick car. We'll see if he's got enough time. 92 laps to try to get back to the front. That's if we stay caution free. Might be a little bit of a tall task. A lot of great looking cars out there. Ron Hart's 51 looking mean down there on the inside. He's going to get a jump as your race leader brings us back under racing conditions. Let's see if we can't back up a little bit, try to get a little more of this racetrack for you as we stay doubled up. A little bit of an ode on the 24 to that 24 of Jeff Gordon. Take a little look right there. Nice looking ride. I believe that's going to be Jeffrey Town. Yes, it is listed as the 22, but got the 24 plastered on the side. So with 15 in, Charles Darling still leads them here from Hickory. We'll drop the time in scoring for you once again. Tashi able to take that second spot. That's going to be 4 positions now picked up by Jaden. How about Thomas Axum up 4 positions as well? Another driver on the podium last night. We can check him out right there. The 35 machine of Hayden Swank trying to work the inside of Zach Nichols, who's also up 4 spots. Hayden dropping 2 at the start of tonight's race. So we'll see if he can't find a little bit of rhythm, find a little bit of pace, and we're gonna find the pace car here. Looks like we've got a little bit of trouble. JP DiPaggio with some issues. So let's go to the turn 3 drone cam. Let's see what happened. Let's see what brought out the caution here on the lap number 17. There's the 12. Yeah, just a little out of shape there, trying to keep it out of the tail end of that. I believe that's going to be the 33, and just gets it cooked, locks it up, spins it to the inside. No harm, no foul, no contact, so no worse for the wear. And as a driver behind the wheel, whenever you have a spin, whenever you have a caution but no contact, it's a relief. I don't want to say a sigh of relief, but it's definitely going to keep you a little bit happier. The lights back out on the Chevy Serato pace truck. We're ready to go back. Green flag racing once again, doubled up, ready to go. Pace truck ducks in, and away we go. Green flag flies once again here at Hickory. Hard fought battle at the front, and for the first time we may have a new race leader. And after last night, I'm not sure you want that man out front. Once he grabbed the race lead, he did not look back. Tashi credited with a lap led. Will he be able to keep it? Hard charging on the inside, but hanging it loose to the outside is at 88. And Darling not going to be able to keep him held down. Trying to pinch him down just a little bit on the entry to turn 1. Not going to work out here. The 11 going to power off of the bottom side, down the back stretch and back into 3 and 4. Half a car length advantage. Can he clear him? Not quite yet. May take another lap or two here, but working hard on that outside is the 88. Great battle back a little further in the field. 14th, 15th on the racetrack. Joseph West, Greggy Long going at it for that 14th position. Jeffrey Town getting by Chase Swank for 11th. They're going to swap that position back and forth for a couple of times. Still hanging it out on the high side is your... Well, I don't know if you want to call him your pole sitter. Well, I guess he was your pole sitter. He didn't win qualifying, but he did start from... that number 1 starting position. So he does have some speed. He showed it by keeping the rest of the field behind him, but now battling. Big battle. Little bit of looseness out of the tail end of that 88. It looks like Kratashi having a little bit of electric problems. 3 wide at Hickory Motor Speedway. Holy... Anthony Danza, Zach Nichols, Pete Dylan giving us some great action there. 3 wide for a moment. They'll sort it out, go doubled up 2 rows deep. Going on here. Thomas Axum looking for a position. Now he's going to battle side by side with Darling. That's going to be for second and third. Oh my God. Jeez, Jimmy Coker is no longer with us. Oh my. That's going to be a lot more than just a cleanup. Oh my goodness. Let's take a look at this one. This is going to be, oh wow. On the front stretch there you can see a little touching. Oh my goodness. You never want to hear R. Kelly on the radio when you're in the race car. That's all I'm saying. If you know, you know. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you. We're going to take one more look at it from the drone cam here. See if we can't get a little better picture. There you can see that slight contact and just up the racetrack. Nowhere to go. And oh my gosh. Right into those tire barriers. Fortunately enough, tire barriers were there, but the 41 going to catch a piece of it. The 9 pretty much destroyed. A lot of guys going to work their way by, but a handful going to pick up quite a bit of damage here as we are back under caution here from Hickory Motor Speedway with one of the more violent wrecks we have seen in quite some time. Whew. That's a brutal hit right there. Fortunately enough, we are on the sim, so no cars, tires, or drivers hurt in the making of this live presentation right here with the American Sim Racing Club Street Stock Series. That's, yeah, and I do believe Coker and Dante gonna be out of the rest of tonight's race. Big impact for that 02. A hard impact for the 9. Both behind the wall already. I say they're behind the wall, but they got crews over there. Saws on, duct taping, super gluing. They better get some Gorilla Glue. I'm just saying. That's some big time damage. Nonetheless, we're back under green flag conditions. How's she going to bring us to the green flag? Thomas Axum right there, sitting in second. Ron Hart now looking for third. Great run for that 51 machine. Started from the third position, now sitting in fourth, looking to get back right where he started from. A little bit of contact from Pete Dillon. But I believe that was, oh, we apologize. No, that's a little further back. That's going to be Chase Swank and Jeffrey Town going at it. Small groups of battles. We're going to back it up, see if we can't see what's going on outside of your top 10. Meanwhile, at the front, Ron Hart still all over the tail end of Thomas Axum. A lot going on here from Hickory Motor Speedway, and we invite all of you race fans to join us next week when we head a little bit further north. We're going to head to South Boston for week number 2 with the American Sim Racing Club right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, your home for e-speed. Whoa, trouble, little contact up the racetrack goes the 928. Purcell, West, Hahn, McLaren. Tight-knit battle there. A little bit of a second group starting to develop further back in the field. There you can see right there that, and I believe that's going to be the 41 of Caleb Ramsey. Yes, it is, and caution going to fly. We got a caution. We've got trouble on the track. Fourth caution going to fly right at the halfway point here tonight, and it looks like trouble for DiPaggio once again, so let's go take a little look, see what happened with this 12. Looks like just a little bit of, little bit of help coming off that outside wall, and there's heavy hard impact to the front end of that 12 machine. We'll see if that's gonna put an end to his race night. There you can see him on pit road getting the cars serviced. So with that being said, race fans, 4 cautions in just at the halfway point. We're going to step away for just a brief commercial break. Got to pay a few bills. You know how that goes. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. You won't miss any action as we go side by side.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today, and remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
As promised, not missing any of the action. Lap number 48 on the board, 49 when we go by this time around, right at the halfway point. So let's give you a little bit of house cleaning. 30 drivers took to the starting grid. We have still got 29 out on the racetrack, only 27 left on the lead lap. Biggest mover of the night right here with this man behind the wheel of that 13 machine, Zach Coyer, and I believe that's him to the inside. Yes, he is right there to the inside of our very own Brett Hahn, who just haven't done much of anything all night. He's just kind of rode around right there in that 15th position, right where he started from. He's going to have to find a little pace to try to get to the front. But let's see if Zach can gain any more positions, up 10 spots now. Meanwhile, at the front, again, this guy grabbed the race lead last night behind the wheel of his super late model. Looking to repeat in victory lane here tonight in Kratashi is just... I know I haven't been around very long, guys, but he looks like the guy you do not want to give clean air. And as I say that, Axum really digging on the bottom. Contact, gonna move him up the racetrack. Just a little bit more contact. We got Dukes of Hazzard sliding right here in Hickory. Man, oh man. Beautiful racing action, contact at the short track. It can be expected, but what was beautiful right there is he didn't just clean him out. Didn't clean him out, sent him up the racetrack and into the boards. Contact, got it going. A little more contact, but laid off him. Both drivers were able to save their machines. Fortunately enough, the 11 able to keep the race lead, but Ron Hart gonna dig to the inside. And Hart definitely knows how to work the wheel of one of these street stock machines. Ron been on the sim for quite some time, if I'm remembering correctly. Old school racer, used to know him back with the Light Electric Company Next Gen Racing Series. Oh my goodness. 3 wide for the race lead with Nichols on the bottom, and we got a caution. Good luck figuring this one out, officials. Woo. How about that? 3 wide for the race lead at Hickory Motor Speedway. Problems a little further back in the field. The 19 of Dominic Velux going to have some problems. Let's check the replay, and all sorts of out of shape into the outside wall. 52 going to catch a piece of it after that. And looks like something maybe broke. 19 into the boards and going to come to a stop. And that's going to put us under caution for the 5th time here tonight. So these guys working on outpacing the super late model drivers with the caution count. We'll see if they keep it to 6 or under. A little less than halfway to go. See what happens on the caution count side of things, but Kenny out in the chat, or I don't know, you can tell me to call you Kenneth if you want, but was that a 360? I mean, a 720. I'm not sure, I lost count, but you never want to be doing Tony Hawk moves when you're behind the wheel of the race car. I mean, I don't think any of these guys are Travis Pastrana trying to do some cool tricks in the car, but it was definitely less than desirable, is how we'll say it. Amazing footage. I'm going to have to clip that one up and use it, but yeah. Great racing action here tonight from Hickory Motor Speedway behind the wheel of these street stock machines. 3 wide at the front for the race lead, 3 wide back through the field. Double file, hard nose racing action all race long so far. So another barn burner brought to you by the American Sim Racing Club, and we're going to set sail once again through 3 and 4. Pace truck in, on the gas, and away we go. Green flag flies at Hickory. Drivers starting to lean on each other a little bit through 1 and 2. Up the racetrack just a little bit is Kratashi. 11 plastered all over the side of it, but the 926 listed in the timing scoring. And Nichols trying to do a little bit of something, bump and run and into the boards. Nichols gonna take the top spot for the moment at the line. Whew. Does he clear him this time by? Able to barely clear, but doesn't walk up the racetrack to close the lane off just yet. Hanging it up. Hanging it sideways, man. The 11 hustling that thing. There's going to be the pass, and new definitive race leader here from Hickory Motor Speedway. Going to become just our third race leader of the night. 44 of Zach Nichols going to take the top spot. Something you gotta ask yourself though, race fans, and I'm not being overly critical of how anybody drives, but you gotta wonder if in the back of the mind that 11 is thinking, if I get to your bumper, you better be ready to hold the wheel. It's already been established. Contact between these two. Will that make it okay to be moved later? We're going to have to see if that plays out, but we're going to take a look at this little bit of a hornet's nest for a moment. Thomas Axum trying to work the bottom of the racetrack. He's got the 51 of Ron Hart right across his nose. Here comes the 11. Big moment there for the 24. Swank looking to the outside now. They're going to split him going into the corner. Brett Hahn seeing 2-3 wide in front of him. Nothing he can do about it right now. Looking to the inside now of Greggy Long. Or I apologize. No, that's going to be... Oh, yeah, and we got a caution. We got a caution. Problems for Purcell. Danta going to catch a piece of this as well. It's caution for the 6th time. Take a little look back. See what we can see here. Do we got that one, guys? Do we got it? All right, we're going to go to the replay. Let's see what happened here. Yeah, we got to back it up a little further, guys. There you go. There's the little bit of contact between Brett Hahn and I believe that is Purcell right there. Yes, it is. A little more contact. Contact into the wheel well, up the racetrack, into the 7. And, well, that'll do it right there. Oh, trouble behind him. Driver's getting turned into the inside concrete barrier. That can't be good for the radiator, but nonetheless... Under caution. 6th time. Haven't had a moment to say, but while you're here, while you're at it, before you go tonight, make sure you show these drivers some love and appreciation. Be sure to drop them the thumbs up. Let them know that you enjoy the racing action that they bring to the table, not just here tonight, but all season long. So before you go, be sure to drop these drivers a thumbs up. You might as well click subscribe and smash that bell over there on the right hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, David the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you slide by. So with that being said, be sure you hit that thumbs up button. Keep us in your algorithm and up to date with all our racing action as the pace truck's in and green flag flies. We've got less than 25 to go. Contact at the front. 2-3 wide for the race lead. Once again, digging on the bottom is Riley Duncan. 3 wide for 2nd. Now are they going to make that work? They're trying to make it work. Ron Hart trying to catch it, and he's going to get spun, moved around in front of the field, and big trouble for that 51. Contact there at the front of the field. I'm going to chalk that one up to just racing, right? Everybody just charging hard at the drop of a restart. Everybody trying to muscle their way into positions. Time is ticking. The sands in the hourglass dropping by. We're going to have less than 20 to go when we go back green flag racing. So, in the world of give and take, the give is gone. It's all about taking what you can get and getting all you can get. At this point, the short run's going to limit the moves you can make. It's also gonna limit your patience or your willingness to be, what's the word I'm looking for here? Cordial to your fellow competitors. Now's the time that if I got to put you in the boards, I hope the boards are strong enough to keep you in the racetrack, because that's where you're going. All right, let's set the stage for our latest restart. Zach Nichols going to bring us back to the green flag. Riley Dunking right beside him with Dylan and Axum in row 2. Darling and Kratashi in row 3. Swankin Long, Swankin Town round out your top 10, and we are back. Racing once again with 18 to go here from Hickory Motor Speedway. And how about the shot out of a cannon there for Nichols? He's liking what he sees right there. Great restart for him. Dylan and Darling gonna go at it now. That's gonna be for 4th, 5th on the racetrack. Hard fought battles all over the place. The 11 into the outside wall. That's gonna be Kratashi into the outside wall. Hayden Swank right there. Long up in the mix. There's a ton of battles. It is hard to keep up with all of these battles. Del Poggio getting by TJ Hassan for 24th. Now passing McLaren for 23rd. Jeffrey Town getting by Chase Swank. Nichols enjoys the biggest race lead we've seen all night long. 15 to go. Make that 14 now. This time around, we'll drop the timing and scoring once again to the left-hand side of your screen. Dominic Velux is finally hitting the racetrack once again. He's going to be scored multiple laps down. Chase Swank and Greggy Long going at it for the 8th position. Give the nod to Swank for the moment. Meanwhile, Zach Nichols opening things up just a little bit. Biggest race lead of the night, 3/4 of a second advantage for him. Riley Duncan sitting in 2nd with Thomas Axum in 3rd. Dylan, Darling, Kratashi right there, battling for position as well. The 88 race lead for quite some time. Since being shuffled back in the field, has had problems working his way back to the front. But just 10 to go this time by. He's going to have to find quite a bit of pace. But he's going to have to find something for this guy right here. Walking the dog at this point, if you will. Not a dominating performance here tonight for Nichols, but he is up 11 positions from where he started. He was your fastest driver in qualifying, but with a little bit of a reset of the field there, you can see. Finally able to work his way to clean air, and he has set sail. Things calm down a little bit through your top of 5. Nichols leads. Riley Duncan, who has Thomas Axum right behind him. Can Axum come up and grab a spot? What about Pete Dillon? Can Dillon somehow find a way up into 3rd? And we're going to get this thing interesting because we've got a caution, 8th caution of the night, and it's going to be right at the end of tonight's race. This is going to put us very close to green-white checkered territory. Oh man, this is... I've never liked these situations. As the race leader, I have never been comfortable with a caution flag with a restart that has less than 5. Or even those green-white checkers, right? Because it's almost as if you expect drivers to throw the Hail Marys with a lot of hail. They put extra hail on that Mary. If I don't know, is that a thing? I don't know. Not quite sure. This is going to be tough for Nichols. If you remember the battle between himself and that 926, has the 11 on the side of it, but it was a race leader, Jaden Kratashi. Those two traded a little bit of paint, is how we'll describe it. So there was contact for the position. Does that open up the door? Not necessarily for retaliation, but for capitalization. Can the driver behind that Pontiac in the 03, or 013, I should say, will Thomas Axum make a move here? Put some big pressure on your front row. I don't know, but we ready to go on the gas, and away we go. Green flag flies with 2 to go. Not even a half a mile racing remains for Zach Nichols. Can he keep the hungry field at bay? Looks like he's going to be able to do so across the line. White flag flies. Final lap here from Hickory Motor Speedway. And just like that, that's going to be it. Thomas Axum not going to get there. Nichols had a 4, going to cross the line. And checkered flag belongs to the 44 of Zach Nichols. Riley Duncan going to come home with second. Axum going to fall to third. Great run here by all of these drivers at the front of the field. And what a run for this man right here. Started back in 12th, gonna finish in first, and he's gonna give the fans on the front stretch a little bit of a photo opportunity. Get some great post-race photos, and just an amazing run to the front for the 44. Gonna get the job done, and with that being said, we're gonna take just a brief commercial break, get things set up and ready to go for your post-race show, so don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. And back after the brief commercial break, we're going to dive right into tonight's post-race show brought to you by PremierRacingSetups.com. And we're going to go straight to Victory Lane, and we're going to see if we can't dial up and have a few words with the man behind the wheel of that 44 machine. Fastest in qualifying, had to start a little bit further in the field, but ran his way up there, got the job done. Zach and Dave, how good does it feel to be in Victory Lane here tonight?
Yeah, I mean, it feels pretty good, especially, with how we ended off last season. We got the championship in the last season, so to be able to start this season off strong is pretty cool.
Well, walk us through how you're able to manage this. You were the quickest in qualifying last night. You had to start deep in the field. Quickest in qualifying tonight. Had to start in the middle of the field. Are you starting to think maybe getting or grabbing or being the fastest in qualifying may not be the greatest thing?
I mean, I don't know. I enjoy passing cars, so trying to qualify as best as we can and starting farther back is always fun to me. So I look forward to trying to go through the field, and luckily we were able to do that tonight. We didn't necessarily do all that great yesterday, but I felt like we were pretty good enough to go through the field yesterday. But today we kind of caught some lucky breaks with how the leaders were racing each other, and were able to capitalize on their mistakes and get up there.
Well, man, you did a phenomenal job. In my opinion, both nights. A better performance here tonight, obviously, with the finish, but great racing action from you and the crew. So congratulations on back-to-back poles. Congratulations on your first Street Stock Series wins. We'll see if you can't keep that rolling for the rest of the year. But before we let you go and enjoy and celebrate the rest of the night, do you want to give any final shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, maybe thank anybody back home that makes it happen?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Kearney's Complete Auto Service, PSS&C, R&M Towing, RSS Mobile Trailer Repair. They help us a ton out in the real life stuff, and my dad's watching, my Uncle Kenny's watching. I'd like to shout both them out. You for broadcasting, I watched yesterday's broadcast. You do a great job, and all the league admins for putting this whole deal on. It's a ton of fun to come out each week and put on a show, and yeah, that's about it.
Well, since now that I know that that's Uncle Kenny out there in the chat, I want to give you a little bit of a tidbit, and I shouted him out yesterday. If you watched the whole thing, he corrected me because I had the wrong poll winner, and he made sure that I knew that you got the poll, and I have nothing wrong with that. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong, and I'll accept it. And I'm glad we have those dedicated fans, friends, and family out there that will set me right when I need it to be. So Uncle Kenny, I appreciate it, and he has been in the chat cheering you on pretty much all night. So there you have it.
Yeah, thank you. That's pretty neat. But yeah, you have a good rest of your night.
All right, my man. Well, until we can meet again, stay safe, and of course, keep it fast.
Yep.
All right, there you have it. Final few parting words for the man that walks away with the checkered flag here tonight. Second pole. One checkered flag, that's not bad stats on this season. But we're going to move right along. We're going to see if we can't dial up the man that walked away second here tonight behind the wheel of that 908. Let's see. Do we got a beat on him? Can we dial him up? Let's see. Let's see if we can't get to him. Hey, Riley, this is Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, bud. How you doing? How you feeling after a good run here? You started a little bit deep in the field, outside of your top 10, able to work your way to the front and walk away with a podium finish at the end of this thing.
Yeah, I'm happy, man. It was a lot of tight racing, a lot of three wide. It was fun. I think we put on a pretty good show. So that was the goal, and yeah, it was a fun race out there.
Well, man, back-to-back nights here at Hickory. I believe we're going to have back-to-back races at South Boston next week. So do you think you can carry any momentum from here into next week, or with the difference in the track just going to be a little too much?
We'll see. I do really like South Boston. I definitely want some redemption after yesterday because my game tabbed out and my whole screen went black, so I couldn't really do much there yesterday. But yeah, so it'd be nice to get some redemption there in the supers, and we'll see what I can do. And I think the only win I have in this league is actually at South Boston in the street stocks. So we'll see.
Well, we'll see if we can't make it a second one. Riley, congratulations on the great run here tonight. Before we let you go, though, any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous?
Yeah, of course. Shout out Easy Clean, PFD Motorsports. I don't got a paint yet for my street stock, but I'm gonna get one made here soon. And yeah, that's about it.
All right, well, short and sweet, and man, you had a sweet run here tonight at Hickory, so we'll see how that translates for the rest of the season for you. But until we have a chance to catch up once again, as always, stay safe and, of course, keep it fast.
Thank you.
All right, right to the point. Riley Duncan, happy with the finish. Looking for a little bit more. We'll see what he can do. Back behind the wheel of his late model next week, next Tuesday night. Follow him right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network next Wednesday night behind the wheel of his street stock. We'll see if Duncan can pull off another podium finish. And that's going to bring us to our final man in your top three, walking away in third here tonight. Driver of that 013 machine, Thomas Axum. It's David the Booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
I can't complain, man. I've been watching some great racing action 2 nights in a row at one of the grassroots hometown tracks for me, so I'm loving life at this point, man. How you feeling?
Yeah, pretty good. I was looking to see how the scoring went because I saw it shows Riley second, but it also shows I finished second. So I want to get to the bottom of that because that's a point or two difference. So I'll find that out after. I don't know if I finished second or third, but definitely happy with the result. It was a good race.
Yeah, no, that I honestly, right here on my screen and my timing and scoring, I have you guys literally with no interval between each other, and it goes 4 decimal points back. So I don't know how the officials are going to get this one figured out, but I just pulled you the way it listed. It's not sure if it goes off of some other criteria, but the finish between you two, I have no idea, man. I'm just being honest, but so yeah. Even if it is third though, man, 8th to 3rd, good night. Can't be too upset about it. Yeah, you might want the extra points, and that can be justified, but still a great night. How you feeling about the rest of the season? I know it's a little bit early, week number 1, still 11 to go, but after 2 races and 2 different machines, how you feeling about the racing of your competitors?
Yeah, pretty good. It's a good field. I mean, 100 lap race in sub 30 minutes. That maybe one caution could have been avoided and it would have been under 30 minutes. I mean, that's a good clean race. To have a full session in the first 10 minutes of practice and opening up, we have a full session in there. Everyone turning laps, track gets hot. I mean, it's a pretty cool day, pretty cool deal. He runs a tight ship over here, and it's fun to be up front battling, get to do some rubbing and racing in with these cars specifically. I was down 200 RPM. I didn't let that stop me. But yeah, it was a good race all in all, and going to be a fun season.
Well, Thomas, again, I think you're going to be one of the drivers that we end up talking to pretty frequently in just a small amount of time that I've been able to watch you on the track. So congratulations on the great run. 2 nights in a row. Congratulations on the podium finish here tonight. Before we let you go, shout outs, thank yous, love yous.
Yeah, thank you. Shout out to the guys in here. I got to do some battling with the Nichols, Jaden, Jimmy, bunch of cool guys, just having some fun, racing some street stocks, racing some supers. It's a fun time. Shout out to all the guys putting the show on. Brett, David, and Tanner putting on a fun league, and just some behind the scenes stuff that no one wants to deal with, but some guys do, just so we can all have fun. So shout out to them. Shout out to you up in the booth calling the show. Always have fun going back and watching the battles because there's some good battles tonight. Shout out to RKM Setup Shop, Ryan Kuhn, and my best friend Noah Leach, my grandparents, my parents.
All right, but man, well, again, congratulations on the great starts of the season. We'll see if you can't keep it up. We'll see if we can't talk to you in victory lane by the end of this thing. But until then, my man, stay safe and keep it fast.
Have a good night, sir.
All right, there you have it. Final few words from our final driver on the podium. And what a night it was. You heard all of the drivers talk about 3 wide action. throughout the course of tonight's race, and there was multiple instances of three wide racing here tonight. So just a phenomenal, amazing job from these American Sim Racing Club drivers. And there you have it, producers hitting those buttons in the background. You know the familiar sound, so you know it's time to run down tonight's unofficial race results right here from Hickory Motor Speedway. Finishing with the top spot, checkered flag in hand behind the wheel of his 44 machine, the rocket ship rock star himself, Zach Nichols. Thomas Axum going to be listed in second on this list. This is interesting. And Riley Duncan coming in third. Sorry, we were double checking that. Not sure how that flip-flops, but either way, there's your podium. Zach Nichols, clear-cut winner on that one. Charles Darling going to come home in fourth. Pete Dillon going to have a fine finish to his night. Gonna walk away in fifth. Hayden Swank in sixth position. Chase Swank right there in seventh. Katashi, early race leader, back in eighth. Finishing ninth here tonight behind the wheel of his 22 machine, Jeffrey Down. Brett the Jet gonna need to get a little more jet fuel if he wants to finish on the podium. He's gonna finish out your top 10. Zach Coyer in 11th, Braden Cook in 12th, with Joseph West 13th tonight. David Patton walks away in 14th. Sliding home in 15th is the 83 machine of Jackson Cook. Jeff Dillon credited with 16th here tonight. 17th belongs to Ron Hart. Jarrett Mackey in 18th. 19th position to Jackson McLaren. Caleb Ramsey going to finish out your top 20. John DeMister with JP Del Poggio behind him. 23rd to TJ Hassan. Gregory Long at 24th. Michael and excuse us, we had to mute the mic, had to cough right there, so I apologize. Michael Holdered the 07 going to finish 25th. Anthony Danton 26th, 27th tonight to Andrew Payne. Eric Purcell, contact late in the race, going to finish him off 22 laps down in 28. Final two drivers in the field here tonight. Dominic Villux with Jimmy Coker rounding out your unofficial race results. That's going to pretty much do it for us. Before we go, remember to like, subscribe, and smash the bell over there on the right-hand side to get notified anytime we go live. So with that being said, stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and until next time, we'll meet you in turn 3.